Yo, what's up, guys? So, as you've seen, whew, it was a busy week. Actually, even busier than what you guys seen. So, there's a lot of things happening, especially with work. They've kind of switched my hours around. So, I am literally exhausted. It's definitely harder to get out, but definitely trying. I got this week's video in the works for Toy Paradise. And I've got an idea for next week's. But what an amazing weekend. 808 Collectibles, Hawaii Toy Expo. So, literally I went there thinking I'm not going to spend a lot of money. Because I literally have most of the stuff I want. Or at least I thought so. As you saw in my video, it definitely was literally, ooh, look at that, ooh, look at that. And I think, well, I don't think, I know I would have spent a lot more money than I thought I was going to spend. Definitely would have spent a lot more money than I did spend. But it was a great show. I think December, they're doing a Super Saturday. Not sure how I feel about it. The last show we went to, it was a extended Saturday, Sunday, and we went to the Sunday. There were definitely stuff I found, so I was happy, but it didn't feel like a collector's expo. It didn't feel like a toy expo. It felt a little like a toy and a little Kawaii-Con anime convention. Pretty sure if we go, I'll definitely be finding stuff. As far as this year's Toy Expo, as you saw, it was pretty great, but at the same time, several Uh, several clients, several clerks didn't show. They had other things in mind or other things. We were lucky enough that uh, Happy Sea Hawaii literally did two separate things. So at the same time this was going on, there was another expo with a lot of different things, and Happy Sea Hawaii was doing that in Blaisdell. So they literally had two sites going at the same time, which was crazy. Like you saw, like I said, retro GI Joes. Ah, I would have spent a lot of money there. 808 Collectibles, usually there. Half of them were there as Dean was there, but Art didn't bring his store. It was just in that one room in the small little area by the escalators. So the small other room was closed. They didn't use that. So honestly, I have to say it was maybe 40 vendors instead of the total 50. It was still a great show though, great vendors. All our friends were there. And like I said, I spent more money than I thought I was going to spend. So unfortunately, we got there a bit late. In some essence, it was kind of good. We got some deals in some essence. A lot of the good stuff was gone. So I was looking for G.I. Joe Classifieds, maybe some NECA Gargoyles. Uh, I knew not a lot of people would have Super 7, but I was hoping. Uh, we did see a one of the vendors had the Super 7 Silverhawks. But they were only selling it by the bulk, the lot. I already have both Monstars. I don't want the Silverhawks. I do want Darkbird, if they ever create him, the Quicksilver clone, as a Silverhawk. But I'd rather have some of the Monstars mob. Melodia, Windhammer, Buzz Off, Mumbo Jumbo, Hardware. If they sold Buzz Off and Windhammer separately, whew, I would have bought those. Uh, Fortunately, the G.I. Joe Classifieds that they have, I had already. However, the only one I didn't have is Big Ben, and I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I love the idea of bringing in Joes from other countries. Although G.I. Joe was supposed to be the American hero in the new version, it was the international hero. Would have loved to see some Super 7 Thundercats. But what we got is what we got. I'm not sure how easy it is for the vendors to get any of these toys. But I'm thankful for what we got. And of course, there's always online ordering. So the first thing that I actually got was this. It's a Super Famicom Sailor Moon S game. I believe this is the puzzle game. It kind of resembles a little of Puzzle Fighter, except without the actual fighting. But they have these cute little deformed Sailor Moon characters on each side. Not too bad. I'm definitely looking for a lot of the Super Famicom fighting games, the wrestling games, and a puzzle game here and there. Definitely anything anime as well. Strategy games, role-playing games. Although I'd rather have the role-playing and strategy Americanized. Breath of Fire. But there's some games that can't be, like the Super Robot Wars. But, I mean, I'm definitely trying to build a collection of whatever I can find. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis. Dreamcast, Saturn, GameCube, you name it. We're trying to find it and get back to our roots. So that's the only game I got from them. I have 3 pops, and then the rest is all Star Wars Black, which I honestly didn't expect to find there. But when I seen them, I had to get them to complete or get closer to completing these sets. But 808 Collectibles art did have something for us. Ranger Slayer. It's the 30th anniversary Power Rangers. I am so excited that I finally got this. even more excited that it actually came out. Now, I know a lot of you are Power Rangers fans. You've watched the TV show, and that's where it ends. I completely understand that. You're looking at me like, who in the is this? So, in the, I guess, comic books, they have several Power Ranger stories, some continued from the original Mighty Morphin series. Some is another universe. So in one of the universes, Tommy Oliver is evil. He ends up killing Rita, taking her spot. His armor is insane. It's a combination of Dragonzord and Tigerzord. He is known as Lord Draken. In that universe, he has turned literally the Power Rangers into his own army. So the Red Rangers are his generals. I think he's got I'm not sure how many generals, but it's a pretty good amount. The I believe the Blue Rangers are the scientists. Again, a pretty good amount. Not sure who the Yellow Rangers are. I know the Black Rangers are literally an army that uses guns and stuff. They look paramilitary. It's incredible. In this universe, he still falls in love with Kimberly, and Kimberly becomes his second in command, the Ranger Slayer, who is literally trained to go into other universes and kill Power Rangers. It's a incredible story, and the fact that Kimberly literally was trained to be better than even Tommy himself. She she is a killer, and as you can see, it pays homage to the original, but it's very very dark. So another pop I got, thanks to one of my friends, Doug, from his collection. Thanos. This is the 80 Years of Marvel pop. That's what Thanos looks like. I believe that is the first issue of Thanos. This is an exclusive Marvel Collector's Corps. So there are several versions of Thanos out there. However, I wanted the small box Thanos to fit with the rest of my Funkos, and I wanted the original look, not the live action Avengers movie Marvel Cinematic Universe version, which is literally hard to find. So I feel very lucky to have found that. Thank you, Doug. And speaking of something hard to find, the last Funko that I got at the Expo, literally I just decided a couple, maybe about a week ago, before the Expo, that I wanted this pop specifically. However, the pop is voted, and the pop you can probably find online, but I've never seen in store or in a used store since it literally came out. And that is Vanessa from Little Mermaid. Ursula as Vanessa. When Ursula turned human to try and get with Prince Eric. So you can see it is the original Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid in a dress. The chef, Scuttle. Prince Eric. And Ursula with the two Fluxen and Chetson, the two eels, and the trident and the crown. So I did want this Ursula, and I found her at Book Off about a month ago, and I have this version of Ariel, and then at the Pearl Ridge Expo, found this at HI Hawaii Collectors, and I started thinking, well, that does look like a princess to that version of Ariel. And if I have that version of Ariel to that, then I should get Vanessa. This is the Little Mermaid 30th anniversary. It is an exclusive to Pop in a Box, which is probably why it was hard to find. But I am so grateful and so happy that I found her, and actually for a pretty good price. So I think my Ursula collection is complete. Got the two Ursulas I wanted. Whew. As you can see, room's getting completed. Still need to repaint where the other two shelves were taken off. Then that shelf and the one above it will be my Disney shelves. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Room's slowly getting there. Definitely need to pick up 2 more shelves from Walmart. Not these shelves, bookcase shelves. It's getting there. So that was the Pops. And like I said, really wasn't looking for Pops. Thought I wouldn't find anything worth picking up. I keep thinking that, and I keep picking up Pops. It's insane. But like I said, I was looking for anything NECA, anything Super 7, G.I. Joe Classifieds, trying to complete my collection. Never really expected Star Wars Black. There were definitely a few things that came out, a few new things that just came out, but I wouldn't think that they would be selling it there. Yeah. So, Happy Sea Hawaii had the AK-47 from Star Wars The Mandalorian. Oh, HK-87. Literally has the bio as all Star Wars Black Series has. This is number 29 for the Star Wars The Mandalorian series for Black Series. So a lot of people really don't know a lot of the HK-87 series. They're, they're droids. They're attack droids. But a Sith Lord actually turned one into a Jedi killer, which was insane. I mean, besides Grievous, which wasn't really fully a droid, I guess a bio-droid or something. There's not a lot of robots and droids that could stand up to a Jedi or a Sith. But this certain HK model became pretty well known within the series. And speaking of series and HK, I found the Ahsoka assassination droid. Literally the same thing. The two bios are very different. So the original, or the Mandalorian version, which is literally has a side, I guess, cloth. The legs and parts of the hands are still red. The top is painted green, black, and dark green. But this version is based on an antiquatic assassin droid design. A pair of HK droids serve as bodyguards for the magistrate Morgan Elsbeth on the world of Corvus. Well, this one actually has a full back cape, and I believe it's the same weapon of choice. Set after the fall of the Empire, Ahsoka follows former Jedi Knight Ahsoka Tano as she investigates an emerging threat to a vulnerable galaxy. So it basically talks more about the series. Unfortunately, the droids are definitely look a lot more worn. Darker, it's a darker red, scratches, dirt. So this definitely does not look like the Ahsoka droids. Looks more like it just came off the line. But honestly, not too bad. Another character from the Ahsoka series that I wanted this version of was Sabine Wren. So this one comes with the lightsaber, two guns, and the helmet. The picture of her is pretty bad. Insane. So I believe the other versions of Sabine only comes with the guns. I don't think you can take off the helmet either, which sucks. But that's why I wanted this version for the removable helmet and the lightsaber. It's her name, but the bio is basically the same as the droid. Talks about the series. And last but not least, was definitely surprised of all of them. I found this. And this was the first Star Wars Black Series character that I actually found. And the my second Star Wars Black Series figure I bought at the Expo. The AK or HK87 from Happy Sea was the first one, because I saw this character and the character next to him, which I already own, and something just told me to look at Happy Sea Hawaii, and right in front of me had the droid that I was looking for. So all those three characters, the two HK87 and Sabine Wren, will be joining Boba Fett and his little group. I think it's pretty insane that I actually have both HK87s. I do. I, I know I have another bounty hunter droid and a assassin droid. As well as IG-88 from Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and the counterpart, IG-11, which was in the original Mandalorian season, and I believe it was the droid that Grogu piloted in season 3 of Mandalorian. So literally, Boba Fett group has 6 or 7 killer droids. So the Ahsoka droid, HK droid, unfortunately can't stand too well from what I've seen. But once everything is finished, we'll unbox all of these little by little and see what we can do. And of course, see the finished product. I would definitely love to get a throne for Boba Fett, as well as a throne for Monstar. Believe they do have thrones for both, but they're pretty expensive. But anyway, like I said, those 3 are for Boba Fett's little group. This will be joining the Sith, Darth Malak. So this is from one of the gaming stuff, gaming greats, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, for those who remember the game. Love that insane picture. I believe there's now there's a lot of Sith I need. I think I need the Inquisitor Sister 6. Would love to them to create the Inquisitor from the new Star Wars game, Fallen Order, whatever it was called. They do have Marek coming from Ahsoka, as well as Shin and Balak. So I definitely want those 3. I also would love to get Bane, Talon, and a few more here and there to create a row of Sith. Should be pretty impressive when it's finished. So for those who don't know, here's the bio for Darth Malak. Darth Malak was once the apprentice of Darth Revan, a fallen Jedi turned Sith Lord, who inspires terror at just the mention of the name. With Revan presumed dead, Malak embarked on his own mission to conquer the galaxy on his own. So, I do believe, I wouldn't say half, maybe 25% of the entire Sith tree is fallen Jedis. The original Sith was a fallen Jedi. And, they've trained other force sensitive characters to become Sith. So a lot aren't Jedis, but a lot of them were Jedis that literally understood that the possibility of what a Jedi believes might be wrong. So, in general, the Jedis believe not to have emotional relationships or any type of relationship. They are very I guess I wouldn't say lonely, but very walled in. Jedis aren't supposed to be showing emotions. They're supposed to be the most intellectual, strategic. A lot of Sith that were Jedi decided to leave the order because of that and a couple other reasons. I think each had different reasons, but it, basically, if you watch the movies, Anakin was falling in love with Padme, but in the Jedi's belief, this was wrong because now Padme would be or could be used as your weakness. The Jedi believed that love was a weakness. Darth Revan walked away from the Jedi, became well, back then it was Revan, walked away, became Darth Revan, a Sith Lord. The Siths thought Revan died, but he was rescued and became a Jedi Knight again. And was one of the most impressive Jedis because he was a former Sith. And his name struck fear in literally everybody. When he was a Sith, Jedi feared him. He was one of the more powerful Jedis, both as a Force user and as a duelist. And when he turned back to the Jedis, understanding that he still didn't believe in a lot of what the Jedi wanted you to believe or wanted to him to believe in, but he realized that what the Sith was doing was very evil and literally killing and torturing people, which wasn't what he wanted. And when he became a Jedi again, he was literally feared by a lot of Sith. It's a great story if you have time. The game itself, the Knights of the Old Republic, was a great game. It tells a little of the story, but it doesn't get in depth as the books do. There is literally 4 books that kind of tells his tale. And then I believe another 3 books, 3 or 4 after that kind of finishes his tale. Well, anyway, that is the 3 pops, 1 game, 4 Star Wars Black Series characters. Insane. A lot more money than I wanted to spend. And I'm already spending money. I have a massive mailbox for you guys that I may decide to break down into 2 parts. Like I said, I'm already working on next week's Toy Paradise toy hunting video. Got a couple new Super Nintendo games or Super Famicom games, as well as 3 new pops so far. So far, the week is just getting started. Who knows what else is coming? Like I said, next week, stay tuned because I may have a little surprise for you guys as far as next week's toy hunt videos are concerned. Like I said, schedule changes. Can't really hit our usual hunting grounds. So we'll see what happens. Have a few ideas, a few places to kind of go to, check out, bring you guys along for the ride, of course. Thank you for coming along for this ride. I know it was pretty long, but like I said, a lot more than I thought I was going to do. And like I said, mailbox is even worse than this. a lot worse. So, with that being said, take care. Have a great night, great day. Hope you guys found some great stuff for yourselves. Hope you guys might have seen something that you might want. More is coming. Not sure how things are going to be, but more is coming. Aloha, guys. See you soon.